Hey everyone, Kingdom Kid here with another update of the channel here. We are halfway through 2023, which is crazy to think about. Like, that's so crazy. Yeah, so if you guys aren't familiar with how I do this, I basically talk about the previous quarter. I have updates every quarter. So after every 3 months is when I do an update video. So the last one was on April 1st. So now this one's on July 1st, which crazy enough, both of them were on a Saturday. As crazy as that is. But yeah, so I go and talk about the previous 4 months or 3 months. And then I talk about stuff coming up in the next 3 months. Stuff like, oh, maybe this game could be a series. This game could be a live stream. Yeah. I also talk about stuff that is happening on the channel currently. Talk about a couple of games that I will either I'm currently Let's Playing or live streaming, and maybe talk about that as well. So, without further ado, let's talk about that. So yeah, April had a good month. There wasn't really too much in here that I picked up personally. There were a couple things though. So on the 4th was Meet Your Maker, which was a new game. I didn't really know much about it. I know it was free for PlayStation Plus that month. I didn't pick it up though, so oh well. I think it was. I honestly don't know. I think it was somewhat like a Souls-like game in a way, but it didn't really catch my attention too much. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I at some point do plan to hopefully buy that game collection because I am a big fan of the Mega Man Battle Network games. They are kind of fun. I did play the first one years and years ago in the past. Actually, no, I don't. What's that one? I know I played a Mega Man game, but I don't know if it was Battle Network or some other game. I can't remember. But either way, I am interested in it, so I'd like to pick it up at some point. Minecraft Legends. Not for me, I suppose. But yeah. Probably the big one for me personally is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster finally came out for Switch and PlayStation 4 on the 19th, which I need to buy that at some point still. I'm super excited about that too. I do plan to Let's Play all those games at some point. Not all at once. It's like, oh, once I'm done with one, I'm go straight into 2. Once I'm done with 2, just go straight into 3. No. But at some point I will do that. I mean, I'm currently Let's Playing a Final Fantasy game already, so I don't want to do another Final Fantasy game on top of that. Finally, Advance War 1 and 2 Reboot Camp came out on 21st along with Dead Island 2. Both of those games were highly sought after. Not for me, but oh well. Live Alive came out for Windows and PlayStation games on the 27th. A great game. If you guys have not picked that up, I highly recommend picking that up because that game is fucking great. Fucking great. And then Star Wars Jedi Survivor came out on the 28th. I played that game. I did a Let's Play of that game. I actually platinumed that game a couple weeks ago, along with Fallen Order a couple days ago. So yeah, it's a good game. Albeit there were issues with it, but that's not here nor there. I didn't really experience too many issues. I mean, I think the game crashed on me like 2 or 3 times while I was Let's Playing it. So, but yeah. May was also kind of another slow month in a way for me. I mean, again, I should also preference this as well. I'm only talking about games that I'm like somewhat interested in or like big release games. So there'll be obviously some games on here that I don't talk about. These are more games that I was like, oh, they catch my interest in one way or another. Games that I might play or may not play. So just letting you all know that. I should have preferenced that already. So yeah. I guess I'm stuck in my throat. May had Redfall came out on the 2nd, which was an Xbox exclusive. I don't know. It didn't really catch my attention too much. It kind of looked like Left 4 Dead in a way. Actually, wasn't it made by the same people who made Left 4 Dead? I can't remember if that is the case. I probably was. But yeah, I mean, yay for that, I suppose. I don't know. It didn't really catch my attention, so. Dokapon Kingdom Connect came out on the 9th, which is kind of like a Mario Party on crack type thing of game. It gets pretty competitive if you play that game, and honestly, I would like to play that and pick it up too myself. Obviously, the big one, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, came out on the 12th. Fantastic game. I freaking love that game. That's currently my favorite game of the year so far, although Final Fantasy 16 is very close on its tail, in my honest opinion. So they are both great. I actually wrapped up the series of that a couple days ago. If you guys want to check that out on the other channel, link to that is always in the description below. Get my thoughts and feelings on that whole game as a series. Fucking check it out. It's great, and I loved it. The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game was supposed to come out on 26th, but that got canned. Or not canned, but it got delayed till, like, I think October-ish, I think? I can't remember. But, yeah, it got delayed because, yeah. It literally looks like the Avengers game, which isn't a bad game in itself, but I don't know. It just doesn't catch my attention. But the Lord of the Rings Gollum game came out that day. I wasn't interested in that at all, but then holy crap, a lot of stories that came out of that, and it does not look great at all either. So it's like, yeah, probably a good thing of that. All right, so that was May, and now we are in June, which had a lot of stuff. Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection came out on the 1st, as well as Homebody. Homebody is a psychological horror game, which looks really interesting. I might do a video on that or a series on that. It's made by the Game Grumps guys, so that's great. And I'm interested in it. It looks really interesting. Etrian Odyssey is basically what the Persona Q games are. So I'd be interested in picking those up too. So. And then on the 2nd was Street Fighter 6, and We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Revere. I'm not a big Street Fighter guy, but that Street Fighter 6 does look good. I honestly was considering buying it at some point, but I'm like, I shouldn't. I'm not too into fighting games. I'm not great at them, so. But I would like to pick up We Love Katamari because the Katamari games are really fucking good. So on the 6th was Diablo 4 and Amnesia the Bunker, both interesting games, I guess. I'm not too into any of them, although Amnesia might be interesting. I'm not too big into the Diablo games though. So Crash Team Rumble came out on the 20th, which is like a Crash. If you guys ever heard of Crash Bash, it's somewhat like that in a way, although not as good. If I'm going to be completely honest, it did not catch my attention at all. Like, I mean, I watched it, and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, but at the same time, like, it wasn't for me. Final Fantasy 16 came out on the 22nd. Fucking fantastic game. I'm loving that so far. I also did an unboxing video of the collector's edition on this channel. If you guys want to check that out, you can go right ahead. We're making some great progress in that game. I'm loving every second that I'm playing it, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching me playing it too, because it's great. It gets better with every part, in my honest opinion. Sonic Origins Plus came out on the 23rd. Pretty cool. AEW Fight Forever came out on the 29th, which is made by the same guys, Yux, who made the WWF No Mercy N64 game, and it's good. Like, I'm having a blast playing it. I definitely do see some issues with it. There are definitely a few, like, I don't understand how this thing's not working or this thing's working one way or not or the other, but either way, it's really good. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective and Master Detective Archives Rain-Code came out on the 30th. Both of those games I'm excited for. I had played the original Ghost Trick years and years ago. I never beat it, though, so I would pick that game up. I don't know if I'd do a series on it or not, but I'm definitely going to pick it up. And Master Detective Archives Rain-Code, I am going to do a series on it. However, when I went to go pick it up, GameStop was like, yeah, our copies are delayed to like the 14th, so I'm like, what the fuck? So, if you are expecting Rain-Code to be the next series, because yes, I'm just starting a new series on the channel today. That is not the case. It's going to be something else. So we will see. So that was the previous 3 months. Now we can just get this thing to go. There we are. Oh, that's actually no, that's right. So yeah, now we're into July. Now again, I want to preference this. Games could be announced that be like, hey, we're announcing this game that's coming out literally today or the next week, whatever. So I just want to preference that's that first and foremost. And again, this is games that I find interesting or find possibly like, yeah, I'll pick this game up type thing. July doesn't have that many for me. July only has one game, and it's Pikmin 4. And I'm honestly interested in the Pikmin games. I might pick up Pikmin 1 and 2 on the Switch online, which, by the way, all the Pikmin games are available on the Switch. So if you are interested, I would recommend picking those up. I know Pikmin 1 and 2 are going to get a physical copy in September, I believe it was. I'll have to double check on that. So yeah, they came out digitally like last week on. I think they came out digitally the same day that Nintendo Direct happened. So yeah, but yeah, I'm interested in it. I would definitely play the Pikmin game. I don't know if I'd play it on stream or anything like that, but it looks fun. So that is July. July only had Pikmin 4. August, it's kind of like another one here. We have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game coming out on the 18th. I don't know what that is. I think it's somewhat like a Dead by Daylight / Friday the 13th like game, which nothing wrong with that, but that's not really my cup of tea in a way. We have Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon coming out on the 25th, which is, if you're an Armored Core fan, that's great. I think I know very little about Armored Core games, but I think they're like really great games. I think, were they made by FromSoft? I can't remember, but yeah, either way, I think that's great. Goodbye Volcano High is coming out on the 29th. It was actually supposed to come out earlier in June, but I guess it got delayed, or I don't know. I'm still excited about that. Like, I'm interested in it. I think it looks cool. Ever since they showed it at that one state of play, like when it first got announced, I was like, yeah, that looks cool. I'll definitely pick that game up. Sea of Stars is also coming out on the 29th. The reason why I put that on there is I think it's like the Passenger or the Messenger. The Messenger is like a prologue to that, but I've heard really good things about that, so it's cool. It's cool. It's definitely caught my interest in that. Okay, so that's August. So next month is September. There we are. So yeah, September definitely is a big one too. We have the big one, Starfield, coming out on the 6th, finally, for people who have been waiting on that. And then we have Super Bomberman R2 coming out on the 13th, which is really awesome if you're a Bomberman fan. I'm a Bomberman fan, but I don't know if I'll pick that one up. I can't remember about Super Bomberman R. Like, I think that came out like around the time that the Switch first came out, but I don't remember. Baten Kaizo 1 and 2 HD Remaster coming out on the 14th, which is pretty awesome if you guys were a fan of those GameCube games. Lies of P coming out on the 19th, as well as Mortal Kombat 1. Lies of P, I did do a couple videos on that. I don't know. I might make that into a live stream series because it's basically Dark Souls, but with Pinocchio, which is kind of interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. There's just something about like how you dodge in that game that just didn't fit well with me in a way. So, I don't know. Oh, and it shows a person for the 2. Games could be delayed. Like, these games could be pushed back to later months or later days. So, yeah, just letting that you all know that as well. And then on the 21st, we have Payday 3 and Enter Knights. Enter Knights is basically kind of looked like Persona-esque in a way. And I think there's a demo out on Steam. I don't know if the demo's available anywhere else right now, but I know it was on Steam last I checked. And I'm hearing mixed things about that. I'm still somewhat interested in it. I mean, we'll see. I kind of hope that they release the demo on consoles, and then maybe I'll decide from that. But it's basically kind of like, wow, this is very cringeworthy dialogue and all that stuff, but can't really complain about that too much. So, yeah, so that's all the stuff to really look forward to. There's not really much, in my honest opinion, that I feel like, oh, this is going to be... I mean, there are games I'm excited for, but there's not really enough in this quarter. I mean, we have Spider-Man, but that's in October. We have... Mario Wonder, but that's also October. We have Persona 5 Tactica and Super Mario RPG. Those are both on the 17th of November. So there's stuff coming out that I'm excited for, but there's really not that much that I'm like super excited for coming out this quarter, but I digress. But yeah, on the channel, I don't know if I'll pick up live streaming again before Lies of P come out. I don't know. Right now, I don't really have a plan for that. But yeah, we're continuing on with Final Fantasy 16. That's going to go on probably for the rest of the month at least. Or it could actually end before the end of July. I don't know. But then, of course, now that Raincoat Detective, because it got delayed for one reason or another, that's not going to be happening. I will be picking up another series that will be starting today as well that you guys can start watching. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else, as weird as that is. So, but yeah, thank you all for watching this update video, and for watching all the content on the RPG King Kid channel, which a link to that is always in the description below. So yeah, so thank you all for watching, and yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next update video, or if anything else happens out, if there's any kind of like Nintendo Directs, any kind of PlayStation showcases, but usually those PlayStation showcase ones always happen during times when I'm at work. Or the Directs are usually the ones that happen at the days and times when I'm not at work. Like those happen like 9 a.m. my time or 10 a.m. my time. But yeah, anything like that I could possibly react to, I will definitely be on that as well. And who knows? I think at least part one of the DLCs for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet should be coming out in this quarter, maybe September. I honestly don't know. Because I think if there's a whole pre-order, if you pre-order the DLC before October, you get some good stuff. So, which I still need to do that, by the way. But yeah, thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.